Labels are crazy, and unlearning them, crazier.
Welcome to a society where speaking up is unpopular
and Audacity, highly unwelcomed.
But dear society, we are not sorry.
Tables will shake.
Standards will be questioned.
Opinions will collide.
Tempers will rise. And for all
on the A podcast.
Good day, viewers, and welcome to A to the U, to the D, to the A, to the C, to the I-T-Y, the Audacity podcast, ladies and gentlemen. And this is a podcast where the conversations are real, the laughs are loud, and the truth is being spoken in an audacious manner. I am your lovely host, Hyelsinta Hassan, also known as Orals of Hexy. And of course, I'm not alone. I'm with four amazing guests who will be introducing themselves. Okay, let's start with the left.
Hi, amazing viewers. I'm Dorcas Terhemba, and I'm definitely glad to be with an amazing team here to discuss something really interesting.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Hello, people. My name is Yinan, Dassah. I'm really excited to be on this podcast.
Hey.
So good day, amazing viewers. My name is Emmanuel Olamide. They call me Big Daddy. Call me Big M's, the vibe, everything. So it's lovely to be here with these beautiful faces in the studio.
Thank you.
And I'm Maimuna Babangida. It's nice to be here.
Nice to have you all.
Thank you.
All right, so today we're talking about the dirty truth, what no one tells you about hygiene. And on the note of hygiene, we all have this understanding that hygiene is the abstinence from dirt, abstinence from germs, and all what you can think of. But on the note of OCD, excessive hygiene practice, do you have any experience? And if you do, what can you say about those who practice that? And how can they work on themselves? Does anyone have any experience to share? Oh, you've never stayed with someone who is excessively clean?
For me, it's a no.
You've not?
No.
Okay, so generally, what do you have to say about those who are excessively clean? Because I know that hygiene is practicing cleanliness.
Yeah.
You can say that, right? But there are limits to what we do. There are levels to everything. So what do you say when I'm over-sensitive and hygienic about my surrounding, myself? When you touch me, I clean my hand just to prevent maybe unforeseen germs or, and you're walking into my living room, I'm already mopping the floor because there are some people that really do that.
Yeah.
So what do you have to say about that? Do you think they're actually living right or they're doing it too much?
Okay, first of all, I must see personal hygiene has to be duly observed.
Yeah.
I think it involves the process of keeping your body, your environment clean. And now the thin line is this OCD of an issue, obsessive compulsive disorder.
Sure.
I know it's living with someone who has this disorder might not be healthy because of the relationship and people around. Maybe, and it's also a disorder. That means it is not normal.
It's not normal.
Imagine you are mopping the ground 2-4. In the morning, you're mopping. In the afternoon, you're mopping. In the night, you're mopping. Come on, it doesn't make sense. It just shows you have a mental issue at the end of the day. And those kind of people cannot live with I think most people.
Some people.
Yeah, so...
and funny enough, they don't see it as a mental disorder. They just think it's a normal, I'm being sensitive about my
they think they are being clean, organized.
So I used to have a neighbor, right? She's actually a married woman. So there was this occasion that was held in their house. And then visitors were trooping in and out. And this woman has this temper. She has an OCD for hygiene. And then she has temper. I was like, okay, let me just watch how everything is going to pan out. And then at the end of this occasion, it was an unsuccessful one. I'll tag it as that, because she started complaining in as much as she was trying to take the heat of people stepping in. You know that when you're having an occasion, you definitely have variety of people, both the good, the bad, the ugly, the clean, whatever, you name it. So there are different people coming in and just littering her environment. She had to like constantly be mopping, and then people actually felt bad. She successfully she didn't run mad. So people felt bad, and then some people who are expressive enough, they spoke out, and then it caused a rift between them. And then they were like tagging her husband as I don't know, they just dragged him Dassah because he was he married someone who cannot welcome people, because they saw that thing as unwelcoming. How can I be coming into your room? Okay, I know my shoes are dirty because I definitely walked miles before coming in, but you cleaning it makes me feel unclean. So it kind of like
you'll obviously be uncomfortable around them. Just imagine me shaking you and then you'll be bringing out hand sanitizer too.
My girl, I'll be like, it's too much. And then funny enough, these people don't see the need to change or work on themselves. I don't know why.
And it's a very big problem because of it's not just about you, it's about people you live with.
The people around.
And now we affect a lot of relationship. Imagine maybe couples, something like that, and one of them has this disorder. They can't cooperate now.
They can't.
It becomes a problem because two people coming from different backgrounds, they have different way they keep their surroundings clean. The kind of organization differs. So now if I take something and I fail to return it, maybe, and now you come back and you start raising your voice like I'm dirty or something like that. I don't think that's a problem. You get so people with OCD is not normal. It's a disorder, but the fact that keeping your surroundings clean is actually healthy.
No, but you're doing it too.
Yeah, that is it. That is it. Too much. Too much is just too much.
So what do you think, or how do you think they can work on themselves to be I don't know, try to reduce it? Or
so you can visit a therapist, talk to them.
But it's not going to be as easy as you say.
Yeah, it's not easy. It's a journey.
You know, for one, it's difficult for them to accept the fact that they actually have a mental issue.
The first step to changing is actually understanding that this is a problem. Once you understand that this is a problem and you're willing to work on yourself, I think you start by visiting a therapist, talk to people, how to go about it.
Okay, let's make this thing practical, for instance. Now, let's say I have OCD, right?
Yeah.
And then I'm married to you.
Okay.
And then you want to make me see reasons why I should change.
Yeah.
Or I should kind of reduce my standard because it's actually affecting a lot of people. What are the things you'd do? Because I know that I won't just wake up one day by you telling me that, oh, you're doing too much. It will even get on my nerve. Definitely. So what do you think would make me admit to my problems?
Okay, first of all, if you have an OCD, I will not marry you. But I would technically speaking, once I'm married to you and you have this OCD, first of all, I think communication is key in every relationship. So I have to sit you down and talk to you that, hey, this is a problem. How can we go about it? Mm-hmm. And from there, we can be able to visit someone that will be of, I think, help and something like that. So once we communicate, we know that, yes, this is the basic problem. We need to look for a solution. Then from there, we can be able to, there are a lot of therapies, there are a lot of people that can help in things like this.
Okay.
Going forward.
I think Dorcas is itching to talk. All right. Okay,
I think what I need to say is that marriage is a lifetime something, right? Mm-hmm. And so for me, I wouldn't want to get into something that at the end of the day I'm thinking and it's draining so much of my energy. I mean, let's call the shots from the time of courtship. Mm-hmm. You should know if the person you're supposed to get married to has OCD. And you should ask yourself, am I ready to dive into this?
To grab it?
Yes, to grab it, because it's actually very important. Mm-hmm. But you don't ask yourself this question and then you get overwhelmed with love and everything. I don't say it's not love, it's good love. Very good. But you get overwhelmed and then you get into the marriage, things start getting complicated. I'm so sorry. You should have checked these things earlier, not now. You understand? So actually, people who have this OCD, just like Big M's have said, it's a big issue actually. So we should not look at them as being so excessive, like the word called excessive, even though that's the situation, because some of them is due to past history. Mm-hmm. I'm coming from a family where my dad was usually very sick. and all of that. So I'm trying to abstain from that, because OCD, if you check the history, some people is because they are trying to abstain from getting sick. I don't want to be sick. Some people is just, the obsession of, I just want things to be clean the way it is.
Perfection.
And perfection is like that. So I feel that we should try to understand with these people as well, because some of them, these things develop without their knowledge. It's due to trauma. Sometimes it's even trauma. Do you understand? Yeah. So it's a whole lot, actually. So if you meet such people, I feel that we should try to understand with them. Psychology will tell you that if you want to bring someone out of something, it's not by gaslighting the person. It's not by speaking anyhow to the person. It's by trying to understand the person. When you understand the person, you'll be able to take practical steps to bring the person out of that. And then just to add to what Big M said, that when you want to, the first step in changing is accepting that you need a change.
Yeah.
So this aspect of marriage, still building on it. If you want to go into marriage is a lifetime something. It's not something that you say, but when they're married, this brings us to even issues like genotype and all of that. That's why even genotype, they'll tell you it's not all about love. You should check these things, because you are going further than you think, or farther than you think. Let me put it that way. So we have to consider these things. The aftermath is not something you would pray for.
So, thank you. So, Maimuna, discussing about this OCD situation, do you have any tips on how to balance hygiene and OCD?
I don't think I have any. But truth is, people going through OCD, I think, don't even give themselves, or should I say, don't allow their body produce enough antibodies that will help them stay stronger.
Okay.
Because, imagine, you're always trying to be in a clean environment. The antibodies in you won't even have that opportunity to function as expected. I don't know if you're getting my point.
Because you can't recognize the germs.
You can't recognize the germs around you. So it's as good as they are not even there.
Okay, so if I get you correctly, you're trying to say that there are some germs that are supposed to be in our bodies in order to fight them.
Very true, very true. That's why it's not good for you to be bathing 4 times a day. I mean, certain,
it's too much.
Somebody tell me you are brushing 3 times a day. Why are you brushing 3 times a day? You will lose your sense of taste. Very true, yeah. Because when you keep doing that every day, you notice your tongue even become white. You notice that at times you want to eat, you cannot feel it. It's not start saying you are sick. You're not sick. You caused it yourself. Don't be brushing. See, fresh breath is not about
excessive.
Exactly. It's not about being excessive. It's about being moderate. When we started this whole OCD something, there's something that I really wanted to say. Being excessive, right, is not the key to something. When something, too much of everything is bad.
That's what I
Yes, let's be moderate. So sometimes what's even causing us to have mouth odor, sorry for digressing.
No, we're speaking hygiene. So everything is
sometimes what's causing this mouth odor is because you don't like drinking water. These little things, they say stay hydrated. It's not just because someone wants to say you should stay hydrated. It's because mouth odor is also the product of not staying hydrated, not drinking water often. Because when you don't drink water, your mouth is dry and it gives room for germs to grow on your tongue. And when you want to talk, you just receive foul smell. Do you understand? So too much of everything is bad. Let's try to cut the excesses. And then another thing is, you see this excessive, you're putting so much pressure on yourself, just like Big M said. At the end of the day, you're tasking yourself mentally. Because you don't have time for other things. By the time you finish cleaning yourself 4 times a day, you finish sweeping your house 5 times a day, you finish washing your plates and cleaning it.
The funny thing about that is like a routine. Once you do it today, you just have to do it tomorrow. And
you have to keep doing it. And you get old
the day you skip, you feel terrible. You feel like, oh God,
like the world has crumbled.
Exactly.
Those
you
are
have to live up to that expectation.
Characteristics of
course. Yeah. Too much of everything is actually bad. I love being around people. Gosh, I learn a lot. I always learn something new. Speaking of these antibodies, right, that she mentioned, many people do not know about this.
Very true.
Yeah, they always feel like cleaning and taking off all the germs from our body is going to make us very, very clean, very clean and
of course.
Okay, so Yinan, I have a question for you. Are you ready? Okay. All right. So we live in a society where the female gender is often placed with high expectations about certain things. Using gender, for instance, we are being expected, let me say, to practice hygiene much more than the other gender. That's the male gender, right? What do you have to say about that? Do you think it's actually fair?
Okay, it's not necessarily about the fairness, because we all know that the female body is very sensitive.
Very true.
So there are things that as little girls, our mother started teaching us since when we were little. Wash your underwear, wash your socks, know how to wash your plates, know how to make your bed, all these things. And there are also expectations that were put on us as women. There are stereotypes that the woman is supposed to be in the kitchen, the woman is supposed to clean, the woman is supposed to cook and arrange everywhere, make sure everywhere is clean. So hygiene-wise, I agree that yes, as females, we are told to keep our bodies clean constantly. The hygiene thing is very, very
crucial.
More emphasized
more emphasized on
gender.
yes. Mostly because I think our mothers understand that our bodies are sensitive. So as we grow older, we will use what we have been taught previously continuously when we were small, since we were taught to like now, and like it will help us to have better hygiene instead of walking past a woman and she's smelling and you don't know what to do about it. They help us avoid all these scenarios.
Thank you. Begin, do you have anything to say concerning that?
About gender hygiene. Like you said, I think girls at the early stages of their life, they were taught how to clean differently from that of female because of how she said, how sensitive their bodies are. It doesn't change the fact that everybody still have a role to play in being clean. I think that there's a thin line between gender rules and actually personal hygiene. At the end of the day, she was still mentioning some things about gender rules, which involves them cooking and cleaning the house. So I think gender rule is different from gender hygiene at the end of the day.
Okay. But do you think you guys have or were left out in previous times? Because I feel like times are changing and things are evolving. Men are beginning to know that, okay, this hygiene of a thing is not actually for the female gender. We need to practice it in our surrounding, ourselves, in order to up our games. But do you think previously you guys have been left out on this whole issue? Because I, for one, can say that even in schools, during my secondary school days, they organized
inspection days.
Tell me something.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, they organize these programs for girls. And then I see the guys roaming about. They don't have any precise what do I call it now? Programs or community based where they get to talk to them about hygiene, their health, and stuff like that. They're just there while we're secluded in the class, and then we're being spoken of about our health. And so, do you think that you were left out on that aspect?
Depends actually. I don't really feel like we are left out to an extent. I feel like how because of the sensitivity of women's body, they need to learn a lot about themselves starting from puberty and a lot of that. Yeah. So I feel like how prone women are to some certain infection and how they need to change their underwears. It's all about different routines. The routines for men hygiene is always different from that of a woman. And so men had to learn differently from a woman. It doesn't change the fact that both of them practice personal hygiene. It just the routine just changes at the end of the day. So I feel like men were not left out. They just learned a different way, and over time they actually up their game and they practice their personal hygiene much more differently than that of a female.
Okay. I want to add to what Big M has said because I think why it's usually as if they are giving the women more attention is because, sorry to say, we are the ones that teach the men hygiene to an extent. Why? Because it's the women that give birth to the men. So your mom is bringing you up from childbirth and everything. No, let me land. So it's the mom that is bringing up the child from childbirth and all of that, because if you see most African homes, the dad is going out. Whenever the mom is pregnant, she takes leave from work to be able to take good care of the child and all of that. So she has the first-hand responsibility and experience of teaching the child hygiene. So I feel like it's much more particular on that aspect because we're not just taking care of ourselves and the female children, we are also taking care of the male children as well. Your mom brought you up to an extent before she let you to begin to bathe yourself, do certain things yourself and all of that. So she has to learn not just for the feminine gender, she has to learn for the masculine gender as well. Doesn't mean they don't teach you guys, but I'm saying society usually gives more attention to it because we are the ones carrying the children for 9 months in our tummy. And I'm telling you, hygiene for a baby begins right from when the baby is in the womb, not when you have been delivered of the baby. Do you understand? Because there are certain things you need to eat. They'll tell you when you go for antenatal, there are certain things you need to eat, certain things you need to abstain from, and all of that. I don't want us
And
to
some
begin.
women could be careless.
Exactly, could be careless about that. So all these things, there are little things that contribute to hygiene. So I feel we are given more attention. Let me not put it that way, but I feel like it's more serious on the aspect of the women because it's not just for we alone. It's for the men as well.
To add a little bit to what Dorcas have said, generally what the society believes is that the women are expected to smell like vanilla and roses.
What society? Not our society.
No, that's the expectation.
That's the expectations from the
So that's why when a girl is smelling awful, and you are a girl, that's
as a woman
yeah.
So the ladies are expected to always smell nice and all of that.
Well,
but the
expectations
guys
are
can
falling now.
sweat all throughout the day and still get away with it.
Definitely, expectations will fall when a woman doesn't decide to take certain things seriously. Yes, we have typical examples like that in the society, and we cannot.
A lot of them actually.
Yeah, because they did not take certain things serious. But truth be told, women are beginning to take hygiene issues very serious because the country is hard. By the time your child is falling sick because he ate from food poisoning and all of that, the embarrassment alone you receive from the hospital, not just that, the amount of money you will spend will help you to think for the future. Instead of use that money to give your child healthy food, use that money to bathe your child very well to get the right products for your child. Instead of using that money to be curing aftermath situations and all of that. I feel like society has made things.
I agree with you. I agree with you on that. But what I'm going to say is like the thin line between gender role, responsibility and personal hygiene is where you guys are getting it wrong. I feel like you can't expect a working father to be at home changing diapers of babies.
Definitely.
So it doesn't change the fact that they practice personal hygiene. You as a mother, you say something about taking care of your male children.
Yes.
Because there will be a certain age where you start leaving them to do certain things for themselves.
Exactly. I was actually coming.
So it doesn't mean they really understand the male body. It just means that they understand children's body because men develop at the end of the day. They don't remain the same. So women taking care of their children it's not completely personal hygiene. It's just how the home should be. Women should clean.
It's like their responsibility.
So it's more like a responsibility. So it doesn't change the fact that men are still clean. It doesn't change the fact that the father of the home is still taking his personal hygiene in a serious level.
I get your point, right? But the point I was trying to make is the reason why hygiene is more particular to us is because of this responsibility.
You see?
I understand the point you're trying to make, but certain things are linked. The thing that certain things are linked. Your personal hygiene is your responsibility, in it. It is. Yeah. So if you're talking about the issue of personal hygiene here, we can't leave responsibilities out of it because if we begin to talk about these issues, you say, okay, if you enter a home and it is dirty, boom, what's the first thing they're talking about? This woman, the woman of the house. That's what. So we cannot leave responsibility out of the issue of personal hygiene. And both the man and woman have responsibilities, roles to play for a house to be clean. Do you understand? So the bottom line of what I was trying to say is that the reason why society is giving us more attention, in addition to what Yinan said, not just because our body is sensitive, but because men, we carry these children in our womb for 9 solid months.
It doesn't change
we carry it. No, it does. It does. When you give birth, when you are delivered of the baby, you're saddled with the responsibility of taking care of the baby, and you made a point.
Are you going to give a stranger the responsibility?
Your father, no, definitely not.
It's your responsibility.
You will not. Please get my point. You will not give a stranger. So that is why we are saying this issue of responsibility and personal hygiene, right, cannot be broken.
Can I say something? Another reason why I feel like you guys feel like personal hygiene is kind of your forte might be because of you guys. You are more prone to
definitely. So when you know your onions, you know how to go about certain things.
Stuff like this. So I feel like women should still take their personal hygiene journey very seriously because from the way the society is now these days, we see a lot of things that we can't talk about. But it's all good. Women should take this personal hygiene thing very seriously. And as much as the men, I think they should take their personal hygiene journey very seriously. There should not be any personal hygiene is for the women, personal hygiene for the men. But women especially, their own is too much. But
our own is too much.
You guys, I think
Personal hygiene.
you guys are not really
It's
clean.
not gendered. It's human. I think that's something.
No, you're not really clean like that.
Yeah,
Men,
they should just
I can vouch for my men outside. They are more cleaner than you guys. There's nothing you can see. Don't worry.
How can you guys be more clean when we have the upper hand to this information?
Upper hand. You are just doing cooking and cleaning. You think you have personal hygiene.
Do you think the cooking and cleaning is very easy? It's not as easy as it
At the end of the day, it's hygiene.
If the men we are not going to work and looking for money, do you think they can
all
cook
right,
and
all
clean?
right. So when you talk about personal hygiene, right? Are we beginning to check certain aspects and leave certain aspects out?
That's the thing.
Let me land, right? Because we're talking about personal hygiene and talking about, is it just about cooking? Is it just about washing the plates and all of that? It's still part of the personal hygiene we are talking about.
No doubt about that.
No doubt. So when you're talking about women being, you're not neat in the society and all of that, please let's get the point straight.
No, I'm not generalizing. I'm just saying some of them.
Yeah. Very, very good.
Yeah.
So let's not make it like it's a woman's stuff. Do you get my point? Let's not make it like it's a woman's stuff, okay? Because both the men and the women have their issues. So we are not here to begin to call out names and all of that. We are here to show the ills in the society.
Yes,
let's talk these ills logically. Do you understand? So I mean,
I agree with
you feel me? Yeah.
Dorcas,
continue. Yeah, definitely.
Her new nickname.
Yeah, that's your new nickname,
Miss D.
Yeah, because
I think I like that.
All
Let's continue.
All right, so at the end of the day, it's about striking a balance.
Definitely.
It's not for the male, it's not for the female, it's not for the animals, it's for everybody. Everybody should practice hygiene and up your game. Keep your surroundings clean, keep yourself clean. So speaking of, let's lighten up the mood a little. Okay. What silly hygiene mistake have you guys made? Just between us. It's not going to go outside.
But
If you guys are watching,
Don't worry, they won't
okay,
tell.
I'll start with this.
Okay.
I think one of the crazy
Hygiene
mistakes I made was, there's this stuff that women always talk about, that if you leave your hair dirty for a long time, yes, it will grow.
I heard of that.
It will grow. So actually, I now practice it at one moment. I said I'm not going to wash my hair for like 3 to 4 months. I'm so sorry.
Oh God.
Because I wanted my hair to grow.
Yeah.
And, the crazy stuff. There's nothing like that, honestly. Please,
Seriously?
there's nothing like that. I mean, actually, the reason why they say you should leave your hair to be dirty for some time, not like dirty, but you should. Okay, the reason behind it is that you're not supposed to be washing your hair every week as a lady, because some of those oils, some of those things are needed to keep the heat, to trap heat and all of that for your hair to grow. But doesn't mean you should begin to take things to the extreme, like we talked about being extreme.
Like keeping it 3 months.
Exactly. Oh God. So I really took on that challenge because I wanted to, have my full hair and all of that. So there are crazy things we do just because of certain things we heard as the result. So that was the crazy thing I did. But let me not lie.
you were just experimenting.
It was crazy because when you're sleeping in the night,
God, itchy.
it's not just itchy, it's going to smell. You perceive it actually. So you see, most ladies, they are using all this like rice water, you're trapping, you're wearing caps and all of that.
all those
that's why some
hair
ladies cannot open their wig cap in the public.
God, it's going to
they were
smell
wrong.
terrible.
It's going to be.
Yinan, thank you very much
that
for
kind of a thing.
Thank you very much. Well, that's an experience I'll keep to myself.
Yeah, please don't try.
I would say it's
Please
so
don't try.
Okay, so Yinan, do you have any?
Okay, personally, I can't really remember
Okay,
at this moment.
Sure.
But like, if I remember,
you call me.
yeah.
Thank you.
You call us.
I'll definitely tell you guys.
First of all, I want to say Dorcas' experience is really traumatic. In the sound
don't
of
have to say
that,
that.
I really feel bad for her.
It's in the past.
These are the dirty secrets that women are talking.
It's in the past. It's in the past. I don't know I've spoken about it, but I feel like let me
3
talk.
to 7 months.
So please,
Almost a year. Come on.
Okay, so what's yours?
I mean, this is a little bit crazy, but I think, no, it's not really crazy. A lot of people have actually done this. I think it was one day I was meant to go for something really urgent, forgotten the occasion, and the weather was kind of cool, it's easy. And I didn't have
I get it too.
I didn't have the resources to heat the water up. So
Okay.
kind of resort to this thing, they call rub and shine. You get?
All the rub and shine at one moment.
You still better. No, at least water touched my body now. So it's not really bad.
Okay.
At the end of the day.
So we'll take it. All right. Maimuna.
Do I really want to say it?
Yeah, you want to. I know you want to.
Okay. I just have to spell it out.
All right.
For me, it was actually thinking perfume can do the job without beating. Like, just, when you wake up late, you're in a rush, like just dress up, just spray
everywhere.
and then head out.
Like shelters.
Exactly.
Okay.
So for me, that was it. But along the line, I got to realize that it's not so. Because even after beating, it's not even perfume that is supposed to go first. We shouldn't skip steps. Deodorant first before perfume.
Right.
Oh my God.
There's a process.
I learned to correct that. Don't make jest of me.
Yeah,
My
and
lips are-
you wash your armpits well, because if you don't wash your armpits well,
Oh
and use the
my
deodorant,
God.
it's
It's
still going to be
still going,
strong.
yeah.
Because smell are going
So
to
shave from time to
Of
time.
course.
Spoiler
Very
alert,
important.
she didn't wash her armpits. I just want to let you guys know.
We are family, so we're supposed to we understand.
Thank you.
All right, so I'll take just 2 tips, hygiene tips that you can take to the viewers in order for them to up the games on hygiene standards. So,
Can I go?
Yinan,
It's
Yinan, can you just say, we would have taken lots of it, but Yinan, let's have you.
Okay, first of all, sorry.
Okay.
I'm really sorry, but it's pronounced Yinan.
Okay, Yinan.
Okay.
Yinan.
Sorry.
Yinan.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, and for a hygiene tip, it has to do with your nails. When your nails are very long, trim your nails. Please.
All right.
They can keep dirt and germs, and it can be very, very irritating.
Especially for the women who are always involved in the
Cleaning,
and nursing
exactly.
mothers as well.
Yes, you
Okay.
cut your nails, your toenails too. A lot
Very
of people
important.
neglect their toenails.
Let me just speak a little about the toenails. If I want to check if a person is clean, right, I don't check their fingernails because people are more sensitive about their fingernails. Okay, if I'm talking my nails, people, how do they see it? But you see toenails, God, I've seen terrible toenails, and it's so dirty, and that's where I get to know if you're clean or not, for real. And I respect people a lot who keep their toenails very, very clean. Yeah, so I know I said to people, but I'd love to hear what everybody has to say. But please keep it brief and straight to the point. Dorcas, let's have you.
Okay, I think it's just been simple because hygiene is not so complex as it is.
Okay.
I mean, just if you maintain the normal routines, you're good to go.
Okay.
Make sure you brush your teeth, and then when you eat, make sure you rinse your mouth properly. Make sure you stay hydrated.
Sure.
And then when you're bathing, do the bathing properly. As a lady,
Exactly.
wash your
private
private
part.
parts properly.
Yeah.
Shave at the right time, you understand, and all of that. So I believe it's not something complex. It's not about buying big products. Some people might say, "Oh, I don't have the money to purchase this. I don't have the money to buy this."
Just do things, making it simple.
If you're following the basic principles, you don't need to get all of that. In fact, all these colognes, they are the ones causing issues for us. When people will not back to go and use cologne, then at the end of the day, it's causing us issues in the society. It is not about traumatic situations.
That happened to one of our members.
My sister.
I'm just gonna just
It's not about colognes. It's about you being very, very simple. If you're doing what you're supposed to do, you don't need to be going for expensive products. I mean, just
thank you, Dorcas. Thank you, Miss Dean. Big M's, we have you.
There are a lot of ways we can go about personal hygiene, but first of all, I think we need to learn from Dorcas' experience.
Okay.
This
Why are you attacking Dorcas?
I'm not attacking her. I don't feel like the public need to know about
yes,
this.
exactly.
Yes.
I get him.
People don't really pay much attention to their hair, especially ladies. They have a lot of hair on their head, and sometimes they'll be on attachment for like 9 months. So
They don't have the money.
time to time, go and walk.
Guys, go and
It's
walk.
not as if you'll be begging every time for urgent to keep, but it's all good. Pay attention to your hair. Clean it at least.
Very important.
Sometimes.
Yeah, I feel like relating to Dorcas, you should question your facts because she thought it was going to make her hair grow. That was the main area of emphasis. So question your facts.
There's no excuse.
You don't just get to.
Dorcas was actually experimenting what she had to see if it to work.
It doesn't think the fact she was.
Sorry, women supporting women. Maimuna, what tip do you have for us?
Okay, I think I'd say doing the little things like we tend to overlook a lot of things. For instance, when brushing, a lot of people forget to scrape their tongue. And I've actually read a study that said if you brush your teeth without scraping your tongue, you are just doing 30% of the job.
Wow, 30.
Very true.
You're leaving,
Very true.
you're leaving 70. So that doesn't make sense.
Your tongue scrapers that you
Of
can get.
course. So I think we should start by the little things. Like, you see, if you do all of these things, it's going to help you. It's going to help you get getting fresh breath and all of that.
So,
And I think behind the ears, that is
very true. And here,
Okay, wow.
very important as well.
You
Yeah.
see, just
Behind the ears and
tiny spots, like all of these things under the belly,
your belly,
behind all of just
your neck.
simple things that we tend to forget sometimes. And I don't think
And
that
your fingers
ignorance is
here.
an excuse, please.
Yes.
So
That's
I
why
think
this forum is being created.
I think these are some of the simple things. Okay, we actually have a lot, but these are just the few ones I can remember.
Okay, thank you so much. Lovely tips, and I hope my viewers get to practice them. If you do, you're gonna smell perfectly. There's this word you say, vanilla and roses. How do you put it?
Yeah,
You're gonna smell vanilla and roses.
Yeah.
But they are
that's
smelling differently, yeah, but it's not, they are not,
we have for you on this podcast. That's all we have for you on today's episode. We would love to hear your comments. Please do also comment on the comment section about what you think on the general topic of discourse. If possible, share your own silly personal mistake that you have experienced on hygiene. Until next time, guys. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.